don't know how powerful your voice is. They don't want to hear another legislator. They don't want to hear somebody else that's advocating. Sometimes they just want to hear that personal story.
The only way to stop asbestos-related cancers is to ban it.
About 40,000 Americans die every year of asbestos-caused diseases. After 20 years of being in the trenches, in the tunnels, and everything else in between, I learned the hard way, over the last 5 years especially, that the law is the key to change. The law is the key to change. We don't sell our soul, we don't give anything, but the law is the key to change. So I went to a conference to recognize, cheerfully, Dr. David Eagleman. His family asked that I come. And I was sitting there like, oh my God, all these like plaintiffs' lawyers, they're probably going to wonder what I'm doing here. And I listened like Henry would with a notepad, Andy would, and I took notes and I thought, oh my God, they have everything that a lawyer should think about, should be about, and should know about. I thought the founder, Shep Hoffman, would be really big, tough, kind of a jerk. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I shook his hand and I cried. I said, you've moved me. What you do with lawyers in this conference is just incredible. So we became friends, and I asked him, so this is the first legal award ever for ADAO. I said, Shep, could we honor PALS for the work you do to educate your lawyers? And he thought for a second, and I emailed him back. He said yes. So there's no quid pro quo. I don't work for Shep. He doesn't work for me. But, you know, we have mutual respect. And if you don't understand the law, if you're not lucky enough to be like Carmender and other and Perry and Ann, then it's a missed opportunity. So tonight, with great honor, and if Clarence Burrell was here, he would say, oh my, that widow finally got it. Because it is about the law. It is about the evidence. Yes, it is about justice. It has to be about justice. And if we don't fight harder and smarter together, we screwed up. And I'm not willing to screw up, not for Alan and not for anybody else. So this award goes to PALS. And I hope that you can take it back with good feelings and summarize this. That ought to be like maybe it's a new HBO, Netflix, summarize this.
Is this going to be on YouTube?
I don't know, maybe. I don't care. I get subpoenaed all the time, so they'll have fun with this. But after 20 years, we have the right and responsibility to recognize civil litigation as what it is. It is the path to reduce and to end asbestos exposure. So thank you for what PALS does, and I want to present this award to you.
Well, after a long trial I had earlier this year in opioids, my judge was, brevity is the soul of wit. So I will take this quickly. But in one of my colleagues and I were just talking, and one of the things about PALS, and I don't know if we're on YouTube, so everyone knows, we get together, plaintiffs' lawyers, no industry, no companies, people who represent victims of asbestos litigation. And we come together every year and we just share our thoughts. We share, it's a think tank. We talk about our litigations. And when I tell people about your stories live with us, your stories are told through us and talking to other like-minded lawyers who are representing victims. We bring other people from our firm so we can all be together to learn from each other. So when Shep Hoffman, over 2 decades ago, came up with this concept, it was remarkable. And in this litigation, sometimes we're like, okay, you want this client. We are all on one page. And we talk about all boats float and on a rising tide. If we can all work together, every verdict helps someone else's case. Every one time we get together and bring our firms there and have a think tank, it's a remarkable thing. We do it in our firms, but even more so we do it across the country. So Shep Hoffman will be honored, as will be the 400 to 500 lawyers that come to this seminar now. That again, if anyone is, you have to be a plaintiff's lawyer and you have to represent asbestos victims to get through the door and advocate for asbestos victims. So SHEP would be very proud of this award, and we're proud for us to be able to be part of SHEP's organization for so many years and sharing our knowledge and everyone else's knowledge with everyone else there too, so we can all litigate this together.
Thank you, Ed.
This is so appropriate for Shep Hoffman. He has been one that has shared information, brought us together, helped us collaborate, and move forward to help families and the victims of asbestos exposure. And there's leaders that have come before us, like in Ann's firm, Ron Motley, John Cooney, Randy Bono. People have built these programs, but SHEP has always been that one consistent force that brought everybody together. I mean everybody. And because of SHEP, we've all done so much better, and we've gotten so much great results for our clients. To Shep Hoffman and to PALS, thank you.